Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel.
Hi.
What are you laughing at?
He said this week. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, going forward to be
This quarter?
this week. Just because we got kind of bogged down in the holidays doesn't mean we've stopped. Shit happens. Katrina Swathwood.
Hello.
And Alan Butt Fury.
What? Okay.
Close enough.
Yeah, Alan Berserker. But I like
Butt Fury.
Well, it's close to what my handle is, right?
I think that's what it's got to be from
Close
now
enough.
on. So are you going to Vegas?
Maybe.
I think you should. Are you going to Vegas with us? No.
I don't know. That's months away, right?
I don't even invite you because I just assume you're not going to go. Yeah, well, we're going.
I'm going.
If anybody wants to meet us there, that is a listener. Ian
Oh, God, no.
Or anybody.
What are you doing?
April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. We'll be there. What?
Nothing.
Vegas is a big place.
It is a big place. But that is,
Okay.
I guess that's the slowest time of the year, too. So, like I was telling.
Well, it's in between spring break and Memorial Day.
Didn't you guys go on like...
the
March
first weekend of
Madness.
March
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, it was
terrible.
crazy,
The pools will be open then, too, right?
The pools
Yes,
will be open.
pools will be
But
open.
like we were like.
which I really don't care about at all.
I was messaging Anthony for like the Venetian. For the Venetian, for 2 nights and round trip airfare, it's like $180 a person.
Oh, yeah?
So for like $360, you can go to Vegas. I mean, you guys.
Plus resort fees.
Yeah, that's the surprise thing.
And then lift fees, whatever.
But I guess the Link is even a better deal. So that's where you and I stayed that last time. So I mean, you and BB are obviously invited if you want to go.
We can go anytime we want, Robert.
You guys are broke as hell.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we're back. We said that last time, and then we weren't back. But it's
I pretty much died.
Yeah, Katrina had laryngitis, so for like 2.5 weeks she couldn't talk. Medical professional, you want to say anything?
That can happen sometimes, yes.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, that happened. Yeah, it was a rough over the holiday time. So we're back, and we should be back weekly now.
What happened
What?
besides Katrina getting
I
sick?
couldn't speak.
Did something else happen?
Are you covering for something?
What?
As a
What?
medical professional, you think he's covering?
Katrina, do you
What?
feel safe in your relationship?
What?
Oh,
They actually do ask those questions when you go into places.
Did they ask you those things?
Well, when you go into like an emergency room situation or like an
okay.
urgent care situation, they'll ask you, how do you feel? Do you feel safe? Is anybody threatening you?
Are you allowed to speak?
Right.
Didn't we determine on this that I'm the one that gets?
Did they ask you the
harassed?
same thing?
I thought the jury was still out on that.
No, they didn't ask me these things because I actually did go to urgent care over the break. I have plantar fasciitis.
And then ask you, are you being threatened, sir?
No.
No, it's just my foot.
Is somebody assaulting your feet?
Dude,
You remember them asking me questions like that when I got my finger sliced?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I remember
Because typically what they'll do is
Would you
they'll
slice your finger on?
mandolin.
the mandolin.
Ooh, yeah. Those
Yeah,
things are-
that was really bad. Because
It was on
typically,
Christmas Day 2018.
Oof.
even if you come in with somebody, they'll separate you, and they'll make sure they ask those questions while you're alone. Because they had an issue in McDonald's a couple of weeks ago where a lady came in, and it was a safe harbor location, and she told the staff that the person she was with in the car was threatening her, and she was in harm's way, and they called the police and had an intervention.
Good
there.
for them.
Yeah,
I thought you were like mouthing, help me, help me.
she was but she actually came in the location
Okay.
and voiced it, and then she went through the drive-through because she was trying to stay in the area for
Gotcha.
authorities.
Well, that's why, like, a lot of the domestic violence, you hear the code words where they're secretly calling 911 and ordering a pizza.
Yeah, I saw that recently, too.
Yeah, it's a pretty common thing too.
There's terms
Yeah.
too at bars, like they'll have safe codes in bathrooms. So if you feel that your drink has been compromised, or you feel that you're not able to vocally say that you're in an unsafe situation, you can say certain things to the staff and they will be alerted.
Maybe that's what you drugged me in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
you slipped me a Mickey Finn. Didn't you?
You drank so much.
You slipped something into one.
So
of those
much
drinks.
to where I stopped drinking because I didn't want you to fall down the goddamn stairs. I walked behind you the whole time.
I was so excited because I behaved so well.
Yeah, Katrina was the one stumbling over there. And granted, you fell and ate shit, but that, I feel like even if you were sober, you would have caught your sandal.
Yes.
So I'm giving you that.
Yeah.
So since I'm giving you that, I get to say that I tripped in my backyard and caught my sandal
And broke our fence
and
to the pool.
fell through the pool
Yes.
fence when I was drunk. So, So we're doing another Vegas trip. It should be fun.
Yes.
This time around, I'm letting everybody know that I'm saying, here's where I'm going. If you want to go, cool. If not, fuck you. I'm not trying to wrangle a bunch of people.
That last year.
No, I did not.
we did not.
I was like, hey guys, we'll be here at this time. Let's meet up now. Let's go do this. And I'm done with that, man. Like,
For the going to Vegas or once you're at Vegas?
once we're at Vegas.
Right.
I'm letting everybody know where we're going.
It wasn't that bad.
To everybody else, I'm always the one that kind of like pulls everything together. And I'm usually typically fine with that. But now I'm going
What about, are you doing Caesar's Palace again?
we have to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Slab bacon.
I'm not getting that giant.
No.
No, you don't need to.
No.
Yeah, and I'm not paying for everybody's
No.
crap again.
No, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I don't know. Stop
Alan
me.
got hammered and
Stop
paid for
me.
it. I will, but once you get drunk, you're kind of hard to deal with.
Remind me I have a house payment.
Okay, I can do that. I'll just say you have a house payment.
Yeah.
Mortgage.
Mortgage.
Yeah, please.
Morty needs to get paid.
Ugh.
What?
Mortgage. Morty. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So I don't know if you know this, Corey, but Alan hates Christmas.
I think we talked about it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Hates Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
So before this year, because your roommates made you convinced you to let them decorate. Is that what it is?
Well, they didn't give you the option.
So,
Is it a common area?
yeah, there was a lot of whining because I told his girlfriend I didn't want any Christmas decorations up.
Okay.
And his response was, "Oh man, why not? I just don't like Christmas." Oh, okay. And then his girlfriend started whining, and so I conceded. And
Well, they are paying tenants, right?
It came up because their decorations are still fucking up. The tree
Okay.
is
Well, that's a
still up.
problem.
And I said,
We just took our tree down today.
I said
Right.
to Jimmy, "When are we taking this fucking tree down?"
But
I'm
in our
tired of looking at
defense, we're doing sports 4 days a week still. So
And I've died.
Yeah.
So I would say it's very fair to put up decorations during December, and then by the weekend after New Year's, your shit should be down.
I've been I've been hounding them since December 26th.
my rule is
You
outside
get December 1st to
decorations.
the 25th only.
Outside decorations have to be down the weekend after New Year's, and
Okay.
inside decorations can come down the first 2 weeks of January, and that's only because we're busy. Like, it's tough, but
That's a house rule.
yeah. But how did you decorate anything for Christmas at your apartment?
I really put up a tree, whatever.
Fake tree, real tree?
It's fake, like. Yeah.
When was the last time before 2019 there were Christmas decorations in the house that you were living in?
And it doesn't have to be a tree. It could be a wreath. It could be something hanging.
He's making lots of faces.
It could be like a little tiny thing that you stick on top of the fireplace. It's just one
I did have to
thing.
move back home when I went to nursing school, so 2012,
Okay.
That's not,
2011.
Okay.
that's not as significant as I would have thought.
But before that, 2001.
Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it's cool.
Did you get anything, Corey?
Sure, I did.
You have
Nothing of note since he doesn't remember
What'd your mom get you?
Some clothes and shit.
some clothes and shit.
Some Omaha steaks.
That's cool.
Nice. That's
my
a good
mom,
gift.
My mom
Yeah.
always gets me something that she got at a secondhand store that smells
Like
a
smoke.
lot like cigarette smoke.
But she didn't get you cigarettes?
No,
No.
I would have preferred the cigarettes because I like the smell of unsmoked cigarettes, but I don't like the smell of cigarette smoke. And then I have to I've had to go through gifts she's gotten the kids in previous years because she gets them from secondhand stores and it's like, oh cool, I got this Lego set, and they open up and half the Legos are gone. I'm like, you're still finding a way to disappoint parts of my family, you bitch. Yes,
Well,
there is that.
at least you could laugh about it.
I can laugh about it, but
But then my kid is crying because he can't build this thing.
yeah, I vowed to not. So now when she gets them something, and I don't hide from it. Hey, it's from Grandma Kathy. That's my mom. Who's that? Well, she's a lady that does drugs. Don't do drugs.
Next conversation.
I go through them before I give them to them now, so to make sure that they're all there. So this, in her defense, this year she got Oliver this really cool Transformer thing that was like 5 mini Transformers that combined to make one big one. And Parker got Risk. Well, I tossed the Risk because it smelled like cigarettes, and we just play my Risk. And now he plays Risk, so that was fun. He got smoked. Katrina beat both of us.
You play real Risk or is it kid Risk?
We played real
Risk.
Okay.
That was like, I think it was Parker Stage when I first played Risk.
Risk is excellent.
It's like this tradition around the holidays that me and my two uncles, we'd watch Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns and play Risk.
That's a good tradition.
It was a great tradition.
Take Australia.
That's what Robert did.
And
I always end up with the Ukraine, and I would always have this tactic of I just dump all my men in the Ukraine, and then just wait until somebody just finally gives up and can't penetrate my defenses,
And then spread out.
and then I just win by default.
That happens?
Oh, all the time. You just pull all your people in the Ukraine and just take a country here or there for a card whenever I need to put more people in Ukraine.
that wouldn't work against me. Or Katrina, who ended up owning 99% of the board.
You took North America, South America.
She did.
I'm a very patient person.
Well, that's the thing. So is Katrina. She would have just surrounded you, and you just would have fought each other until one of you was just like...
It's like Parker didn't understand what was going on.
And I'll fight to the last.
I would be interested to watch that matchup.
I'll make it go 6 hours if I have to.
If you're playing 4 players, 3 people are going to gang up on you and say, look, tactic didn't work, man.
It is until they start infighting.
No, see, now if we ever play,
Yeah. That's one thing. You got to find 4 people who, like, you play 4 players who are impartial toward each other, because otherwise you're always going to have, like...
We used to play double boards.
You got to sow the seeds of distrust.
Yeah.
It's part of
You might be able to convince Parker about that, but Katrina and I would just be like, no.
Yeah, that's a straight collusion.
Yeah. So you got to play as, like, 1.
Yeah, I could break this bond. My uncle does...
I still killed him first.
Yeah. My uncle got me a really nice bottle of whiskey, some bitters, these nice glasses. One of these nice glasses, we bought another one, and Bing cherries and a nice bottle of whiskey. So,
oh hey, what the shit is up with
What the shit?
What's that board game we were playing?
Gloomhaven?
No, I wasn't playing that. The other one.
Pandemic?
Oh,
Yeah.
Pandemic.
Why is it? It's a video game now. What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that. That's weird.
What the fuck?
We need to play
Does it
again.
translate well?
It was on Steam.
It's just like the board. Yeah, it's on that and consoles.
Okay. I saw Gloomhaven got put on Steam.
Yeah.
So, like, kind of.
So now we can play it without me leaving my couch.
Well, we'd still play the board game. We're old school.
Because then you get to scar your board.
Yeah. If you ever have time to play again, we can play. But
Yeah,
I mean,
we should.
the fact that the chances of you and Brian being available the same night is.
I still got to finish that fucking campaign for your son.
I know.
Oh my
Well,
God.
we're actually.
Let's not even talk about D&D.
We got him 2 D&D sets, like a beginner one and one that comes with a bunch of DM stuff. And apparently, I mean, I know this isn't the way things usually go. We're starting another scenario tomorrow, and I'm DMing.
Yeah, you can have fun with that.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a step-by-step. There's a book for a DM to step-by-step run a scenario.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Wish him luck.
You know,
No.
this idea doesn't,
Your
like,
silence
float.
is telling.
Probably the only advice I could really give you as a new DM is don't be surprised when your players go
Blank face.
no, when they just deviate completely the opposite way of where
You're supposed to be going?
you're supposed to be going.
Okay.
You don't want to railroad your players, but you also don't want to
Give it away.
let them be murder hobos either. So
Well, this is
Murder hobos.
what it is. I mean, it's basically a scenario that's, I don't know, it's one of the more popular ones, but it's written
Which
to
one?
teach people. Is it in Neverwinter?
that's a campaign setting, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
maybe.
in Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, it's
Well,
that.
I think most of 5th edition is Forgotten Realms, so
But I read through the first 3 chapters and kind of it says read ahead so you know what's coming and so
how long is it?
I don't know. We'll just play. Parker.
Just playing the three of you?
Yeah, Parker will be excited. He's been dying to play. He's like, "When's Alan coming over? When's
Yeah,
Alan
I
coming
know,
over?"
I
And I tell him, "Hey, I was like, hey man, people are busy," and he doesnn't realize this, but he's busy. He has basketball Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays.
He has
and
no
pitching on
idea how
Wednesday.
busy he is.
Yeah, he's super busy.
And his Fortnite skills? Have they
He's
had
grounded from Fortnite right now.
Oh, what did he do?
He threw a hissy fit at pitching.
We were at pitching on Wednesday, and
The thing he wants to do, he throws a hissy fit at?
well, here I'll lay a scenario out. We were at pitching, and he loves pitching,
Right.
and he likes going there, and he's throwing like 58 miles an hour, and what?
Why is he throwing a hissy fit then?
No. So he's on the mound because 58 miles an hour is from like a crow hop. They're doing
Right.
these like crow hop drills, and then on the mound they were like, "Hey, if you could throw 10 pitches at 50 miles an hour off the mound, we'll give you." And I was like, "I'll give you $10." And the guy was like, "You have 25 pitches, so it's less than 50%." So he's going. He's starting to realize that he's at like 7 at 50 at like 20 pitches, and he's starting to like get teary eyed and starting. I was like, "Parker, this is supposed to be fun. I was like, you're making it a big deal because now it's about money. I was like, I'm not going to do this. And he told me to shut up. And I was like, nope. I was like, I went to get pissed at the place, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to cause a scene. I've gotten fairly decent at not being a complete dick. I was like, I'm not going to cause a
public?
scene. Yeah. I'm just going to walk out of the room. So I walk out of the room. I let him finish his pitching lessons. I go grab him, and we're in the car talking. And I was like, as soon as it became about money, it wasn't fun anymore. I was like, you had a great pitching session. Why are you going to do this? And I was like, you told me to shut up. He's like, no, I didn't. I was like, Parker, I heard you and saw you. And he wouldn't admit it. So I was like, fine. I was like, fuck this. I was like, you're grounded. I was like, and he was being a complete jerk. And then finally, when we got home, he's like, I did say shut up. I'm sorry. And I was like, all right. I was like, what do you think your punishment should be? Because I was just going to ground him. And he's like, I should lose Fortnite for a week and a half and my phone for 5 days.
You wouldn't ground him from Fortnite for a fortnight?
Yeah, that'd be.
Go above his head.
So he lost Fortnite for a week and a half and his phone for a week. So
that was oddly specific numbers too.
Yeah,
He's
10
weird.
days.
well, the fact that he took the things that he likes the most and he took them away from himself, I was like, I can respect that. I was like, okay, we'll do that. So yeah,
You would have
Tack
respected
on
him
3
more if
more
he like
days.
offered to like cut off a finger or something, though, right?
No,
Dude, I was reading the thing where this lineman for some college, he was going to orientation. He was sitting there and he was trying to move his chair. It was a foldable
Did he
chair.
get caught?
And it was against a pillar, so it got caught, and his pinky finger pinched off and literally shot across the ground to the defensive coordinator who picked it up. And they tried to reattach it, but it didn't. They're suing. Okay, how much do you think they're suing the school for?
How old is he?
For his whole career,
18.
basically.
I'm not.
It's a pinky finger.
I'm not a forensic accountant, but
What state is this?
$18 million.
I want to say it was Georgia.
Is he from Georgia?
I don't think so.
35 mil.
What did you say, Corey?
18 mil.
What did you say, Katrina?
It's not worth that.
No, but I think they would go in high, but then like settle for like maybe
The thing
a couple
is
hundred thousand.
your body parts per your position are worth certain
So
amounts.
I'm going to think, because he's in college, right?
Yeah.
He's going to project for his college career and his professional career because he's going to say that he's not going to be able to play because he's now deformed permanently.
And it's a pinky, which nobody uses.
Well,
You'd be surprised at what fingers you want to have.
But for being a lineman, no, they usually tape all their fingers to prevent breaking them. They buddy tape them, so
we're talking about the tip, right?
It was that from the knuckle up.
Okay.
some of the first. Okay,
So
yeah,
half.
a third. But yeah. I'd probably say going high with a ridiculous number like 35 mil, and then they'd probably end up settling for like a couple hundred thou.
$100 million.
I would have thought you would have thought it was lower, Katrina.
It's way less because a body part like that
It's
doesn't
probably
really
worth
matter.
like a few 100,000.
Not even.
Okay,
But
yeah.
that doesn't mean they can sue.
Not
they can sue
even.
for
Wait,
money.
what school is this?
Because your
I'm looking
impairment
it up.
is going to be like maybe
If it's a one of the
8% at the most.
if it's one of the big SEC schools, then they probably would go after more money.
It's a civil suit, so they're going to try to tack on pain and suffering, which you can't
absolutely
do
And you're gonna get
in my line of work.
you're going to get an ambulance chaser who's going to be all over that.
University of Georgia offensive tackle. Okay, I'm trying to find the exact amount now since we were going about it. He's 6'6", 318 pounds. Jesus, that's a big man.
So how much did they demand?
I'm looking. Demand? Who's demand?
Well-
3.5 million. I thought it was 3.7.
Okay.
He's still not going to get 3.5
No,
million.
he's not.
Off by a factor of 10.
Yeah, but this is not worth that. I would chop off my pinky right here for $3.5 million.
Right here.
Are you fucking serious?
Let's come on. Patreon's open, guys. At
What is
9 to 5 nerds.
Movie. What movie did they chop off a pinky?
Several movies.
No. What several movies? What other movies?
Prestige. He
That was
chops
I
off
think
his
that was
fingers.
his index finger, wasn't it?
I thought it was the end of his hand. He loses 2 of his fingers.
Yeah, isn't it ring and pinky on that one? Which one are you thinking of?
Which one do you think I'm thinking of?
Oh, jeez.
Hell. I don't know. One of those Yakuza movies? Oh, Scanners.
No. I was just trying to broadcast my mind.
What movie did somebody put a thumb over a gun and got a thumb blown off?
Oh, is that one with the Yakuza? The
Tim Roth cut it off. No, it was 4 Rooms. You ever see 4 Rooms?
yeah. Was that the
It's a fun movie.
that was the Quentin Tarantino segment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it who was
the
in
only
room
the
with
only
him?
decent one.
Was it Bruce Willis? That's not true because the one with the body in the bed was pretty good too.
That one was okay. The Robert Rodriguez one was kind of boring, but that basically it was like Spy Kids the prequel.
Spy Kids, the prequel.
Well, yeah, it's Antonio Banderas, Carla Gugino, and those two kids. It was like Babysitter Night or something. It was
So since we've gotten way off topic,
yes.
the end of 2019 happened. You guys had decent Christmases,
What?
apparently, yeah. So I was just off the top of your head, what was your guys' favorite movie of the year?
I don't know.
Okay, so we watched Marriage Story. You watched Marriage Story yet? No.
You like it that much?
I was like, Katrina's like, we should watch Marriage Story.
And Rob was like, no.
I'm like, great, a movie about divorce. I'm really excited about it.
It's the Adam Driver.
At first he was like, no, I don't want to watch that.
Loving you means never having to say I'm sorry.
What?
What?
It's a movie Love Story.
What's that?
It's a cheesy 70s romantic movie.
Why do you know it?
Remember when I said psychological punishment happened when I was your son's age? It's one of the movies I was forced to watch when I acted up.
Marriage Story, great movie. Like I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I heard good things about it.
Yeah, everybody was good in it. They were able to tell it feels like to me they were able to tell a genuine story while.
So that was your favorite movie of the year?
No, we watched
Was
it last
Laura
weekend.
Dern good?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. She was really
won
good.
for
She won a Golden Globe
supporting.
for it.
I know Adam Driver was nominated for it. I think Scarlett Johansson was as
Yeah,
well.
she was.
Yeah, I think Laura Dern's the only one that won.
Alden Alda was,
Alan Alda,
yeah, sorry.
he was great.
He was nominated too.
Was he? He was barely in it.
Yeah, he was.
It's like Ali.
So was
for
Ray
Moonlight.
Liotta.
Ursula,
Yeah, we also watched Booksmart, which was decent. We've been watching Watchmen, which I've enjoyed a lot.
I still haven't watched The Irishman yet,
We haven't either.
nor have I watched Peaky Blinders or...
I need
Oh,
to watch
we-
Parasite. Everybody's saying Parasite is like this amazing movie. It's on like
Is it new?
it came out in 2018. I mean, they're saying it, like every list I've seen, it's in the top 3 of the year. This has Parasite, Knives Out, which I didn't see. Did you see
They're
Skywalker
gonna have a
yet?
sequel.
No.
Really?
So Knives Out.
It's been ruined for me already.
Okay, so then we can talk about
It's
it.
been spoilered.
Spoilered.
Marriage
Yes.
Story's on there. Hustlers, which I'm not going to see. Us is on there. Us came out last year, yeah.
J-Lo's
Early
getting sued
last
for
year.
Hustlers.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Avengers Endgame. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I should have brought the
We already watched. Once
We
Upon a
watched
Time in
it.
Hollywood.
I was going to bring over
Irishman.
Ghostbusters for your kid.
Booksmart. We have Ghostbusters.
I was going to...
Cartoon?
Yeah, I have the box set for
Okay,
that.
yeah, you'd like that. I want to see Uncut Gems as well. How'd you like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I enjoyed it.
We can't give spoilers out. We could talk spoilers for Skywalker because you don't care, it seems. But
It's not that I don't care. I mean, I'll see it when it comes out on video.
On video.
I enjoyed watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But
Cinematically.
yeah, but that's
Okay.
about it. Like I enjoyed watching the story, but I don't feel like it had. I don't know. I mean,
I think going into it, because I know so much about the Manson family and the Sharon Tate murders and everything around that, I was expecting more of her to be a focal point instead of just an interlude. But I was pleasantly surprised with how it played out.
would you watch the 4.5 hour cut?
Yeah,
I would too.
Just to see what else he would put in there.
But I mean, obviously, Cliff was the most fun character to watch,
yes,
and then
and
Dalton was. It was. I mean, DiCaprio was great in the movie.
Oh yeah, no, he did a great acting job.
As he always does. I
Right.
mean,
and the people that they had playing real celebrities, I thought were very well. Like
Bruce Lee was done well.
Bruce Lee was, looks wise, he was done.
Yeah.
He
well.
was an extreme version of.
Exactly. Everyone
Yeah.
was a caricature of themselves. But yeah, when
Right.
you look at
Like,
like
it's a Tarantino movie. You expect that.
the chick that they had to play Mama Cass or Michelle Phillips or the other guy from the Mamas and Papas, they all looked like the real life counterparts.
That was the Mamas and the Papas.
Yeah.
I told you
I don't remember that.
when they were at the Playboy Mansion, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The only one that looked kind of out of place was the guy who played Steve McQueen.
Yes,
And
I thought the same.
also that scene from The Great Escape with DiCaprio's
DiCaprio?
character. That was
done well.
That was done very well. I was very impressed.
The guy that played Charlie. Did you watch
Manson?
Mindhunters?
Yeah.
Dude, the guy that played Charlie in Mindhunters was.
It's the same guy.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah.
Really? Well, they did a little bit more to him, and because he's clean cut because he wasn't in prison. So
Yeah, I think
that's funny.
And
It's the same guy,
and I want to say it's also they might have. I might be wrong, but I think it's also the same actor that was in that show Aquarius who played Charlie Manson as well. I think he's played Charlie.
Is that just his character now? Like they're like, oh, we need a Manson. Oh yeah, just call this guy.
I might be wrong, but I think he was also the Charlie Manson
because he's getting
Did you ever watch that?
perfectly typecast.
It was also weird revision. Well,
do you love the guy that plays Ed Kemper in
I
Mindhunter?
do.
He's so good.
The actor's good. I like Ed Kemper. He's probably the most intriguing.
Well, it's the way
You
he
like Ed
talks.
Kemper.
It's so deliberate, and just his
Forceful.
every word that comes out of his mouth just sounds.
Have you
so
watched his
just-
Geraldo interview?
No, I don't want to. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah, he was on an episode of Geraldo.
I used to be very fascinated with reading all these stories.
Do you remember
and stuff,
Geraldo?
Yes.
The
He's
shit he
crazy
used to have?
person. Yeah.
But
There's nothing in Al Capone's vault.
No, there is not. I've slowly started retracting from horrible things. I think it's been good for my health.
Does real life, does that translate into making you kind of
Not with that stuff, but like I won't read stories about bad things happening to children anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it puts me in such a bad place, and I know that it happens and stuff, and I know that you can't just turn a blind eye to things.
But you spiral when you do.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes I do, yeah. And you have to know yourself, I think.
So
at
all
some point.
right, let me ask: when was the last time you like really spiraled out of?
It's been a while.
Has it?
It's because he
from that.
stays away from that. Like I watch that stuff on my own.
Yeah.
Like I watch Dear Zachary. I would never let Robert watch that.
What the hell's Dear Zachary?
Oh.
Well, let's just leave it alone.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Well, I also get like I genuinely get sad with like they're saying that in Australia there's been a billion animals have died. You care more about animals than you care about humans.
That's half a bill.
It's
Yeah.
it's up to a billion.
Oh Jesus! Come on.
It's up to a billion, and they said that certain species might be
Extinct.
wiped away.
Yeah. Was
Completely.
that same also going on with the Amazon as well? With that?
Well, I don't.
fire down there?
Yeah, the Amazon
took out a
is
big chunk.
burning, but I mean the amount. In
Like, are we in
Australia,
like a point in time where it's like just forever burn? Like something catches on fire and it's just going to burn everything?
Like the Springfield tire fire
Sure.
just burns forever?
for 35 years.
But no, I mean like I think I'm on an upswing. Like I think I've identified certain things that put me in positions, and yeah, I still have bad my back.
Like that.
Yeah. Well, no, like I got up last night and I was having back pain, and I'm like, okay, I just got with my roller and I started rolling, and then I fell asleep. So I'm good. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Booksmart would not be my movie of the year. Sorry, Obama.
I don't think it
What
was
does he have
his
to do with
movie
that
of the
movie?
year.
He had it in
It was on
list
his
of
top 10.
top 10 movies of the year.
Wait, which one's Booksmart?
It's the super bad for girls but the heavy one of the two is Jonah Hill's little sister in real life,
Okay.
not in the story. It was entertaining, but when somebody tells you says movie of the year and you watch it and it's not movie of the year to you,
So is it better than Cock Blockers, actually?
yeah, I'd put it better than Cockroach. It was an enjoyable movie.
The character came to a full circle, which is kind of what you want to see in a movie. Like
the best character was
Caitlyn
Lord.
Denner. Wait.
Lord.
Oh, Billy Lord.
Billy Lord.
Gigi.
Leia's daughter. Carrie Fisher's daughter. She was.
She
in it.
played
She was
Gigi.
good.
Okay.
She was everywhere.
Which you mind if we talk Skywalker real quick?
Yeah, okay.
You saw it, Corey.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
He hated it. You can already tell on his face. On his stupid face.
It's not the worst thing
Oh,
ever.
God.
You think it was worse than the prequels?
No. I do look at those with like rose tinted goggles. Because I was a kid when those came out. And I'm not a kid now.
You were a kid when the prequels came out?
1999, I was 12.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when the first one came out, right?
Yeah.
You
Fuck.
were a kid
Yeah,
too.
I remember collecting like
I was in
posters.
high
Teenager, but
school.
You're still a
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was a senior when Attack of the Clones came out, though.
I think Attack of Clones is the single worst movie out of all the Star Wars movies.
Holiday special.
So, don't talk shit about the holiday special. But
How dare you?
you know, we didn't watch that this year.
Bring it over next week and we'll watch it.
Did I leave it over here?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to find it.
I don't think it's here.
You should make your kid watch it.
We know I see everything with rose tinted glasses.
Yes, you do, and you liked it.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
There was several moments in it, like, and you're sure you don't care.
Say what you're gonna say.
So there's a moment with Ben and Han.
Who's Ben?
Ben Solo. Kylo Ren.
Go on.
Okay. There's a moment and I like that whole scene. I really liked it a lot.
That's fine. I can say I like scenes in the movie without a doubt.
And he goes, Dad, and Ben says, I know. And
You mean Han?
Yeah. Ben says Dad.
I know, but then you said
Han.
Ben says I know.
I said Han, didn't
You said Ben
You
twice.
said Ben.
You know what? I didn't. I said Han. Who edits this? I do. I said Han.
You're not gonna
Han
remember to edit
says.
Yeah, I will. Hans.
Hans. That's
this. Hans Gruber.
And he says, I
Christmas
know.
movies?
And I really like that a lot. Like, I like that exchange between them. In the end, Chewbacca got a fucking medal.
You know, I appreciate the sentiment. Had things gone a different way and Carrie Fisher been alive, and if she had given him the medal,
Yeah.
I would have lost my mind. Like, that's so fucking cool. But it was like, what's the lady's name? Moda.
I don't know.
I was like, why did she even have the medal? That's kind of
Because
She
had
loves
she had
Chewie.
the lightsaber. She loves Chewbacca.
yeah. But
she had acquired all kinds of
that's
stuff.
a story for a different time. If we never got it.
Well, I mean, you can't blame the filmmakers for a character dying.
No, that's why that one. That's like all her lines. We go and watching knowing she had died before they filmed it.
Yeah.
We like watching lines trying to figure out like
Well, that's why they say that Rose, whatever,
Tika.
got cut so much because most of her scenes were with.
Yeah,
know,
she got screwed.
Yeah.
I don't think she got screwed. Somebody died.
No, I mean they couldn't have written anything worse.
To me,
for her.
honestly, as much as I like the Darth Maul fight or certain things about the prequels, which I have watched in the last 6 months, I still like all three of these better than all the prequels.
I've rewatched the current 8 recently in the last month.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, looking back, while all of them are not without their problems, there's certain key elements missing from each batch of the subsequent trilogies. In the prequels, it lacked most of the charm the original trilogy had, and I think that's what J.J. Abrams was trying to recreate with 7, but instead kind of missed the mark slightly. And where, again, I've never liked anything J.J. Abrams has ever done.
You didn't like the new Star Trek movie?
No.
Really?
And
I hate all Star Trek except for J.J. Abrams.
It's just I think
It's 'cause they're great Star
I think
Wars
the dude's
movies.
overrated, but
You didn't like Super 8?
no, not at all.
Jesus.
And going into it, Rian Johnson, while
You should just like shit on everything all the time. What was your favorite movie of last year?
He doesn't have one.
probably Once Upon a Time in
No
Hollywood.
joy, man. Fail.
Whatever. Fuck you.
That's a quote from a movie that you would have never seen.
Exactly. Fuck you.
That's okay.
out of the trilogy.
But you look at like
I think if the original trilogy came out now, people would shit all over it.
yes,
Yes.
100%. Well, yes and no, because again, the original trilogy does have
everything.
It does have a charm
Yeah.
to it that you can't replicate.
You're telling me people are not going to troll the shit out of Luke and him talking in the beginning of the first
they already
movie.
do. I mean, look at A New Hope. I mean, the stormtrooper bumps his head.
Right, but people hold it in a different regard because you watch it as a kid.
You ready for
and you grew up with it.
You ready for a real unpopular opinion?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get like if the listeners we have left after our break listen to this, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I had a conversation with Katrina that not that I like. So, did the prequels have like a set of people you follow? They had Anakin, they had Padme, and who was the third? Obi-Wan. So those are the three main characters in this. And then the original trilogy was Luke, Han, and Leia.
Mm-hmm.
And this was Rey, Poe, and
Finn.
Finn. Well, Kylo would be the fourth.
Kind of, yeah.
But
The fourth wheel.
I almost
Well, kind of like how Vader was,
so
That's fair enough.
or the
I was
CIS.
a kid when I was a teenager when the prequels came out, and they were okay. Like it's still Star Wars to me.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up watching the trilogy on my own. Nobody introduced them to me, and I'm watching adults. Well, now I'm an adult, and I'm watching other semi-adults grow into their characters. And I associate way more with the Finn, Rey, and Poe than I did with any of the other characters from any of the movies because I'm in a semi-similar age bracket.
I think it just represents a different time in your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what the original trilogy has that the other don't is the mythology. They don't have the hero's journey. They don't have the lore. Everything was still a big mystery then. By the time you get to the prequels, it's
Established.
It's not only is it established, but now it's going
You're trying
through
to get
and
to another
explaining
point.
everything, right? While episode 1 is not without its problems, at its core, it's overall not as bad as we made it out to be.
No.
Sure, there are glaring problems with it. Like Jar Jar Binks was not a good idea. Midichlorians, that just muddled everything. The fact that Darth Sidious still had a master halfway through the movie that's killed while he has an apprentice going on in secret.
They should have just never said the line. There's always two, a master and an apprentice, because that just limits everything.
Well, the rule of two had already been established in the expanded universe, and they just made it canon.
It's been broken so many times.
Yeah, well, that's
on a side
that's
note.
how the Sith
Oscar
work.
Isaacs is a beautiful man.
Yeah, he is, and I thought Poe Dameron was a really cool character.
He was.
But the problem is he was fleshed out more outside of the movies than he was inside the movies.
What do you mean?
So Marvel is part of the family now, so they put out a lot.
He had his own book.
Yeah, and it was actually really good.
When Marvel started coming out with Star Wars books, I read the first 5 or 6 of each. Leia, the regular Star Wars one.
Well, most of them were all miniseries. The only ongoing series was Star Wars, Poe Dameron, and then that Dr. Aphra.
I really like Poe.
Poe. Yeah. But what I was saying about Episode 8 is, while Rian Johnson isn't that great of a director either.
Knives Out, one of the movies of the year. Did you see it?
I have no desire. I have every right to say everything I want.
So there's a little jerk off.
Did you see Looper?
I did not, but I heard it was really good.
Oh, okay. There you go. It's actually really bad.
Okay. Well, I have a hard time taking anything you say because everything's bad.
And everything is good.
No, not with me. I hated the second Fantastic Beast. I'd give it an F. I think it was shit. I'd be okay if I never watched it again.
And then you watch it again and you go, hey, you know what? Maybe I was a little too mean to that
I
movie.
won't watch it again. I won't.
Because if you do, you'll give it a higher grade.
When you binge watch
I hated it. I hated it.
You like
was not
Suicide
good.
Squad.
No, I haven't watched it again. And I won't. But I hated Fantastic Beasts, the second one, and I wanted to like it, and I tried to.
You're going to have to watch it a second time because when eventually I get to that point in the movies, you're going to have to sit and watch it with me.
With that, yeah, if I have to sit and watch it with you, but other than that, I would never watch the movie again.
What would happen if I actually liked it?
That'd be
You are not going to like that movie.
if you like that movie, I would say you are the biggest
Piece of shit.
fake person I've ever met. Because legitimately, half the stuff you say is bad, is pretty damn good, and that movie is fucking garbage. It is. I'd say it is in one of the worst 10
Like
movies
so bad it's good?
I've ever seen. No,
No.
it's not
Just
The
so
Room.
bad it's bad?
I would love to
No.
watch The Room again.
I would love to watch
When
The
we
Room again.
reviewed it, you weren't this harsh on it.
I hated it. It's one of the very few movies. I don't know if I gave it an F then, but I want to say I gave it a D.
I think we talked about it commonly. You're like, well, it's not my favorite. I don't like it.
Oh,
The
I
Beasts
hate
were
it.
kind of cool, but that's kind of like
hated
it.
it.
Every movie has cool parts. The beginning prison escape on the carriage.
Yeah, so if 10 minutes
Yeah.
of a 2-hour movie were okay.
That's like Star Wars. Like, even when I...
But after the trailer for the second Fantastic Beast, and everybody's like, oh, it looks so cool. It was so bad. It was so bad.
That's your girl. Screenwriting, right?
Yeah, and now she's coming out as like she hates transphobic people, or she hates trans people, or she's supporting somebody that doesn't like trans
yeah,
people.
Wait, which is it?
J.K.
What just
Rowling.
happened?
She's
What?
for or against?
She doesn't like. She's supporting somebody that
What
doesn't
bus
like
hit me?
trans people. Something along those lines. I haven't followed it. I'm backing out of the news. Okay.
Yeah.
All I'm
a
saying
dumpster fire.
is up to a 9. Like, I think probably episode 8 is my second least favorite, right next to Attack of the Clones, but not for the reasons why everybody hates episode 8. And I think part of the reasons with,
Knives Out is supposed to be really good. I can't wait to see that.
well, I think part of the reason why episode 8 missed the mark so much was because Rian Johnson had nothing to work with. J.J. Abrams set him up for the hint of a story, but with nothing there, and he had to make a bunch of shit
Whatever
out,
you
of,
had,
out of air, and it
he
didn't work.
legitimately threw out. And all 3 movies, they start from scratch. That's one thing. If they had to redo it,
I think if J.J. Abrams did all 3, it would have been.
And everything that was spoiled for
cohesive.
me on episode 9 just seems like a desperate backtrack to kind of make everybody happy from all sides, and it just seems like hey, you like me now? You like me now?
I do.
there is a lot of undoing. Like,
There are some things I've heard that I
Well, it's funny.
It's interesting to me, but there are some things I'm like, really? That seems
the Rotten Tomatoes isn't the end all be all.
you make it the end all be all.
No, you guys say this, but like,
Because it's true.
If I want to see a movie, fuck you, it's not true.
That's your metric.
No, if I want to see a movie, I'm going to see it regardless of what the score is.
As you should.
Yes, I understand this.
What's
This
the
is
score?
why I'm not ruled by Rotten Tomatoes. But
It's like
if
80-something%.
but if I'm no, it's not. It's like it's the lowest rated movie ever run
What are you talking about?
of all Star Wars movies.
The lowest
I know
rated
the
Star Wars?
audience. I know the audience scores.
Well, that's what I'm trying to. No, the audience score is like 86%. That's the thing. Is Last Jedi was like a
No, that's
90-something%.
It was really high, but the
and it was
audience
really
was in
hard.
the tank.
This one's flipped,
Well, it's very rare for the audience and the
and that's what I was trying to say.
agree,
But
yeah.
both you fuckers interrupted
I
me.
didn't say
Jesus
anything.
Fuck
Christ.
you. I'm just-
But you realize that every other year there's a study that contradicts a previous one about how the efficacy of do critics actually influence theater goers or not. And
obviously not.
well they can't make up their fucking mind. Every year it's correlative. Other years it's causative. So
Well, and here's what
it's one of the longest going debates since before Siskel and Ebert.
Well, here's what I would use Rotten Tomatoes for. You guys, you're broke as hell. You are a single man that doesn't have a lot of time. You have somewhat time. You a couple days a week. I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to see Knives Out. I would love to go see Knives Out.
It looks good.
A Rotten Tomatoes score is going to help me make that decision only because I have to pay a babysitter and leave. If I'm on the fence about something and it gets totally shitty reviews, why am I going to pay $100 to a babysitter?
What's
to go
implying
see
that
a
your
movie?
time is more valuable than my time?
No, I just have less time to do
I would-
stuff.
Okay, that's the metric you use. For me, I look at trailers, and unfortunately, we live in a world where
That's rough.
it is because sometimes really good movies have really bad trailers,
And really
Vice versa.
bad movies have great trailers.
yeah. But sometimes you miss the mark. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to see Ghostbusters 2016 because the trailer just fucking sucked.
don't
I
even
eventually
remember.
did see the movie, and it wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't as bad as people made it
No,
out to
it
be,
wasn't.
but it was not great.
But,
But
like-
it was a really bad fucking trailer. And now we live in a world where movies are spoiled in the trailer.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That is-
For the most part.
Yeah, it's like you're prematurely shooting your wad all over the screen, and then
It all depends. I think you're a little too big on that, Corey.
I think it depends on the type of movie. If it's like one where like the twist matters at the end, then of course they shouldn't show that shit.
yes, exactly. And how many movies have been the twist has been ruined in
I
the
don't
fucking
know.
trailer?
So it's like something like what was like The Kingsman. The director hated that they revealed that what's his name came back
Goes
to
back,
life.
yeah.
And I was like, that sucks when the director can't get behind like
Yeah.
the twist not being spoiled. And I don't know, that was you find that out like a third way through the movie, so I don't know how big of a twist.
Anything
it
good coming
is.
out this year?
Birds of Prey.
Ugh,
I don't see it.
that had a bad trailer.
No, I don't have time to see these movies.
But you've seen every DC movie in theaters?
You gonna see Black Widow?
Is that not accurate?
Yeah, I'll
The,
see
the
Black
kids
Widow.
want to see Black Widow, so we'll go see it.
I saw a poster for Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford.
Is that with the dog?
Yeah, you didn't read that in school
Yeah, I guess I
about the
did.
dog that gets kidnapped and then has to find his way home.
No, I did not read
No.
He was a lazy, well taken care of dog living in Sacramento with a judge on a,
Like I don't
on
know
a,
what
on a
movies
wine
are coming out.
in a winery. Little like a what is it, a vineyard?
Bond. I want to go see James Bond.
that. Yes, I
I
want
didn't
to
see
see
the
James
last one
Bond.
yet.
Is that another
Really?
Daniel Craig James Bond?
Last
Yep,
one,
last one.
single best James Bond, but
Really?
yeah, I
He's
don't
not
like.
007 in the movie.
No, he's not.
I don't.
Oh,
Who's your James Bond? You're gonna say
Roger Moore.
What's funny is you're gonna say the popular opinion.
Connery. Is that the popular one?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, Roger Moore is probably my favorite Bond movie. Is
I liked his movies.
Live and Let Die, which is
I think all the other Bond movies are garbage. They're hokey, cheesy.
Have you seen them all? I know Katrina has.
Not all of them. All the ones that I've seen. Pierce Brosnan is garbage. He's horrible.
Goldeneye was good.
I like.
Goldeneye was
You
good.
get the one movie out of
No, I
whatever.
like-
he was.
I have
Um,
not seen any of the Pierce Brosnan
Well, then you-
Bonds.
The
can't judge.
Timothy Dalton ones were one was hokey, one was okay.
For Her Majesty's Service, I like that one.
The George
Dalton?
Lazenby one.
It's where his wife gets killed in like the
Yeah,
first scene.
that's the one-off Bond that everybody hated. Now all of a sudden it's going back and saying it's
I liked it.
it's not bad. It's just it's different.
I feel like
Because
Daniel.
it was a different guy.
Yeah,
I feel like Daniel Craig gave kind of a realism and a kind of a harshness.
It was a.
I think
gritty
all it
reboot.
did all I think all it did was match the current trope in action movies.
It was the Bourne Ultimatum. Or
Yeah.
The Bourne...
I like those movies too. The ones that I've seen.
Which is fine. It's not here or there. I just like my Bond to be cheesy. I mean, Thunderball and Live and Let Die are two of my favorite ones, and one has to deal with a big underwater scuba fight, and the other one has to deal with voodoo.
That's funny because I have no
shit.
desire to ever see a movie like that.
Yeah.
I don't want the cheese.
You don't want to see like Jaws trying to bite things?
No.
Oh, my
No,
gosh,
that's
yeah.
always entertaining.
It tricks him into
can see
biting.
that.
Or when they're on the moon with the tiny Swedish chick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
waving by.
Yeah.
It's so funny he became like a good guy, but whatever.
So I actually met that actor at the auto show when I was like,
The auto show.
God, I had to have been like,
I believe that ball's Mr. Gilmore.
I think it was Oliver's age. It was before Happy Gilmore came out. I had to have been Oliver's age. And what is he, like 6'9", almost
He's
7
huge.
feet? Yeah. I was a fucking pipsqueak, and I was just like
Jaws.
in awe. And I was afraid to like get his autograph, and he was like the
Oh, he's
nicest.
gonna bite your fingers off?
He was the fucking nicest dude ever.
That's cool.
Way nicer than Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno's been nothing but nice to me. You know who I didn't like was Peter Mayhew. That guy's a dick.
Well, he's dead.
Was a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, being famous or being popular or whatever.
You could
that
still
doesn't
be an
make,
asshole.
Yeah, you can still be
Yeah.
an absolute asshole. That's like I saw Rob Zombie. He wouldn't make eye contact with. He had headphones on. Wouldn't look at anybody. Wouldn't talk to anybody. Signed your thing. Tossed it to the side. Same thing with Val Kilmer. Signed your thing. Tossed it to the side. I'm like, then why even be here? You don't have to do it.
Ka-ching.
Anything obliged?
Make that cash register
I don't
ring.
know. I got called out on Twitter by Kirkman for something.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't know who I am.
Well, one of the guys that listens was like, "Oh, I'm meeting Kirkman and blah blah blah." He's like, "I'm totally gonna name drop you," and I'm like, "He's not gonna know who I am." You know, yeah, we've met, but he doesn't know me, and he called me out on it on Twitter. I was like, "Oh, all right."
So he does know who you are.
Yes.
Apparently,
So you better mind your P's and Q's.
I guess. Yeah,
Behave.
they're doing in Washington tomorrow. They're doing like not a founders of Image because he's not a founders of Image, but like partners of Image. So like,
Well, he's the
He's the
VP.
operating officer, isn't he?
well, it's him,
He's the
McFarlane,
president,
Larson,
Larson.
Silvestri,
Yeah, so they're all going to be there signing.
Jim Lee.
I don't know if Jim Lee's going to be there. Is Liefeld one of them? I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to be there either.
Liefeld, Lee. Yeah, those are the five.
Yeah, Liefeld needs to work on his comic book.
I did a Kickstarter for $50 for him in 2014.
He's got work to do.
And they're finally mailing them out, but I still haven't got mine yet.
That's funny.
So it's been,
He needs to get his suits done too.
6 years. But I'm like, whatever, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I know
just
Liefeld
poking
gets
fun.
a lot of shit, but he's been nothing but good to us.
Yeah, he's been
so-
nice.
So
I gotta be with him. I don't care.
a lot of people do, man. And he goes after people online too. I'm like,
Good for him.
if I was at that point, like, I wouldn't care. Like, people
I
are
don't
so
care
shitty.
now.
Yeah, I don't.
I just roll around on my bed of money.
He
And
does
laugh.
well too.
Yeah.
He does well.
You suck.
Kirkman's coming out with a new book this year. I'm behind on
Like book?
everything. We since we're getting back into this, we need to do a Books and Brews February.
Oh my god.
February.
Yeah.
We need to nail down a date.
Yeah. Valentine's Day. Bummer.
Let's do it.
What movie is
It's
that
a
from?
Friday night.
I don't know.
Okay.
What is it from?
I don't know.
Valentine's Day Bum. You just made it up?
No, it's from a movie.
What movie?
Well, then what movie?
Why would you say it?
Ghostbusters 2.
Oh.
I don't remember. I got it now. He sent it into my brain. So, Rise of Skywalker, movie of the year.
Okay.
I'm just
Movie of the
kidding.
year?
I honestly think as much as there was a lot of good movies that I saw come out this year, and I really want to see some of these ones that are actually up for Oscars. Endgame, just because it ended, such a 10-year. And this is coming from somebody that I like Infinity War better, to be honest with you.
I haven't watched either of these movies twice, but I'm almost leaning towards Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Such a good movie.
I remember, like, it may be more recent because I haven't watched either of them.
Recency bias.
I haven't seen Far From
Whoa.
Home yet either.
Oh, so funny.
It's worth a watch.
I like that. one.
I've been meaning to rent
But-
it.
What else?
You can borrow it. We own it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good. I don't know if I would say movie of the year though.
There's Toy Story 4.
I
I don't know
really
if any
movie of the
movie's
year.
worth movie of the year.
But yeah, if it came out in the year, even if it's a shitty year and it's a shitty movie, it would still be.
How to Train
Movie
It is a
of that
movie that
year.
came out in this
Yeah.
year, yes.
How to Train
What I
Your Dragon
call it the
was
movie
good.
of the year.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I wanted to ask you if you've seen a movie. I took a screenshot of it. It's called Nightmare Cinema.
No.
It's an anthology that came out this year. It's a horror anthology.
In 2020?
In 2019, sorry.
Jesus.
2019, and I'm like, It's
I have not.
like we should. I want to watch it now.
Okay.
It had a good Rotten Tomatoes review. No
Critic
but-
or audience score?
No, I don't remember. I didn't really care that much. I was actually on a separate site that was rating movies.
What's it available on?
Stuff, things,
But it looks interesting.
apps.
But I like
What was interesting about it?
I like horror anthologies. I mean, I know you do too.
Yeah.
So Trick or Treat is great. I like Creep Show.
Trick or Treat is great. I mean, it gets recognition now, but I mean, it was pretty under the radar when it came out.
Oh, sorry, Nightmare Cinema was 2018. Well, maybe it got released later that year and it came out. That's weird. IMDb has it at 5.4, Rotten Tomatoes at 77%, and Shudder has it at 3.7. Did you ever see Midsummer?
Not yet.
That was really good.
I did watch that weird Halloween movie with the clown. That it was like a really brutal. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Weird
It's on-
Halloween.
It was on Amazon, and it was pretty decent. I'll find it.
Did you see Midsummer, Corey?
No.
You know what? That might be my pick for the year.
Really?
That was a really good movie.
It was.
It was so different.
I found it interesting that a horror movie takes place
In
in
the
the
light.
daytime with bright colors and like in the sun.
People
and
are
everything's
happy.
bright and people are acting happy. I found that to be a very different.
It
kind
was
of
so
horror movie.
contrasting.
Did you like it better than us?
Maybe.
I think Lupita's performance in Us, hands down, is way better.
What is?
Lupita's performance in Us was way better than anything I've ever seen.
Somebody at work tried to tell me that wasn't her voice, and I looked it up, and it was her
No, that
voice.
was her.
No, I watched.
Yeah.
I watched
Terra-
behind the scenes. Yeah, she did.
Terrifier is the movie I saw.
I've never heard of that.
It's really brutal and really fucking bizarre and really fucking cool.
You should see Midsummer.
Yeah.
I think you'd like it.
I think I would.
Well, the
Still
thing
waiting
is-
for Creep 3, dude.
I know.
He's at the Golden Globes, man. He's got things to do
He's
now.
got-
he's
he's
got a
got a-
TV show.
He's got to film a one-man movie. That's really all he
He's
has
got
to
a
do.
TV show now.
Well, it's. I
He
don't
had a
think,
TV show and he made the other two.
I don't think it's him. I think it's the other guy. I think the guy that's directed the first two has become like a fairly sought after director.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. But no, Midsummer was good. I need to watch Hereditary still. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Was that good?
Yeah, it was.
It's
I
the
still
same
haven't seen
guy.
the one that you keep trying to get me to watch, The Ritual. I still haven't watched that yet.
That was
That was
fun
good.
to watch.
There's something about that that's really cool.
I think you'll like that.
Yeah.
But I found that I don't really like horror movies. I kind of like these thrillers that kind of keep you. What's going to happen?
So you like
Uncut Gems, you like.
Subtlety.
wow, what was that movie with the blind chick with the home invader?
That's Hush. She was deaf.
She was deaf.
Yeah, that's what.
Hush. Yes, I really
Yeah.
like that a lot.
No, the blind one was the guy from Avatar. who was
Don't
blind.
Breathe.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
that was good too.
I need to watch
That'd
it.
be up your alley.
But I really like these kind of small cast. Like 5 to 10 people in these like small movies. Like that's why.
You like the box movies, yeah. So you'd
The
be
box.
excited for well, yeah, that's what they call it. It's like a one set location. It's like one room, like 12 Angry Men was.
It seems really tense to me. Like I
It really
like
is
that.
one set.
yeah.
So
Then you're gonna see A Quiet Place 2,
I probably will.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Is that what-
Electric Boogaloo.
I don't think they needed to make a sequel.
I don't think they needed to either, but
They probably just threw money at him.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Make another one.
Who was?
Make a prequel.
Bird
Who-
Box is gonna make a sequel.
No,
We were just talking
I
about.
thought Bird Box was a joke.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No,
Everybody
we
saw
meant
it.
to watch it.
You're
Who was
all
the first time director we were just talking about besides John Krasinski? Because I said, hey, who's the better first time director?
Oh,
John
fuck.
Krasinski or? I liked A Quiet Place. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't like the very
Didn't he
end.
direct a few episodes of The Office? So
Yeah, but I mean, TV versus feature length. I mean, it's a different.
directing's directing, is it not?
No.
Okay,
Well, I still
I'll tell that to the
Sorry.
DGA Guild.
I still think there is the stigma between TV and it's getting less and less. I mean, you'll see people cross
think-
over way more now.
I was gonna say the stigma I think is just with streaming now.
yeah, no kidding.
I can't remember.
Maybe it was Olivia Wilde.
I think it was.
Was
'Cause
Booksmart
she
better
did
than?
Books-
I'd say A Quiet Place was better than Booksmart.
Wait, which one's Olivia Wilde?
She did a good
Was she in the
job.
X-Men, or was she in?
Tron 2.
She's married to Jason Sudeikis.
Wasn't she a princess?
Out of Time or
Is that the one that was
In
in?
Time?
I think she was a princess and she got divorced.
She was not in the X-Men.
That's
You
Jennifer
were
Lawrence.
thinking of somebody else.
Olivia Munn.
No, the one that played Cyclops.
That-
Psylocke.
That's Olivia Munn.
That's Olivia Munn.
Somebody completely different.
And which one's Olivia Wilde?
She's Olivia Munn, but Wilder.
Oh, okay. That
Nice.
Have you
narrows
seen?
it down.
Have you seen Tron 2?
No.
Has anybody ever seen that movie Tron?
She was in House.
No.
Oh, was she? Okay. The
Was she-
super skinny chick, right? Okay.
Cowboys and Aliens.
I think so. Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff.
That movie was cheesy as fuck.
I never saw it.
It was
You
so
go in watching that, expecting that. and
I,
that's what it
I
was.
walked out and go, I don't know what
What
I
was
was
the magic
expecting.
movie with Steve Carell?
Oh God,
She
with
was
Jim
in that
Carrey,
movie.
Wonder, Wonder Magic
Burt
Area.
Wonderstone.
Yeah, she was in that
Okay,
too.
that movie was worth watching just to see Jim Carrey do a Chris Angel impersonation.
Yeah, that was good.
He ends up he's like, I'm gonna drill in the side. He ends up drilling into the side of his head and fucking getting brain damage at the end of it.
It was good.
Yeah,
I
that
like
movie was worth it just for that. He also had like a king size bed that was like 4 king size beds.
Well, it's like
put
when
into
they remade Fright Night and they made him they made Peter Vincent.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, they made him a stupid Chris Angel parody.
So
That's another Steve Carell.
okay, I'm going to a connection. I'm going Fright Night. Chris Sarandon. I'm going Chris Sarandon to Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas to Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman's performing at Coachella.
Cool.
That's interesting. Well, no, it just the
mean-
guy hasn't performed in like 30 years with a
Does he not?
band.
He's performing by himself. Or is
I
he
don't know. I
performing
think he's
with Boingo?
performing with a band. I don't know if he's doing Oingo Boingo or if he's doing like if he's going to play the fucking Simpsons or do all his orchestra. Because Hans Zimmer played a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and he was supposed to be like one of the bigger deals and stuff. But that's interesting. Like I'm never ever ever going to go to Coachella. I have no desire to ever do
I
that.
have no desire to go either.
But I mean, you'd pay less to go to Coachella than to go see King Diamond in the VIP seats.
I did. That was great. I got to hang out
I'm
with
glad
him
you
and
had a
have beer.
good time because you were texting me saying you were kind of having an anxiety attack or something beforehand.
Yeah, I was like,
Why'd I
I'm
do
glad you had a
this?
good time.
I had a good time.
Midsummer was a good movie.
It was really good.
Alan, did you watch all of Mando?
Oh yeah, Mandalorian.
Yeah, I finished that.
So did we.
You see who directed last episode? Taika.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Because I
did
said
see
something
that.
afterwards.
Like that's cool. You found time.
Jojo Rabbit comes out on digital download next month.
I want to watch it.
Mark Hamill was announced today to be on season 2 of What We Do in the Shadows.
Interesting.
I gotta watch that show still.
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
watched
I,
it?
I
God.
caught up and watched it. by the way.
Great, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
I'll
god.
have to watch it illegally.
I mean, it was a great show. I mean, it was really
Fucking
good.
Guillermo, man.
Yeah,
He's the best.
he's great,
Oh, yeah.
He's so nice too.
I know.
and he's like so fucking surprised with
so
shit.
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And just fucking
great.
do it already.
The guy that plays the main, what's the main vampire's name? I mean, we have
Matthew Berry.
No, the other way. I didn't think he was the main guy. I thought the other guy was the kind of
The European one?
Middle Eastern looking guy.
The Turk?
Yeah.
You thought he was the main? Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it.
I don't know. Yeah, it
All
doesn't
main
matter.
They
characters,
probably
aren't they?
said, yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah, he's the only one that's already
Matthew
visible.
Berry cracked me up, dude.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
He plays the boss in the IT crowd. And
But the episode with all the people in it,
Yeah.
oh my God. No, but Mark Hamill's going to be in
I wonder what he's gonna be.
I don't know.
I don't know, the episode that focuses on the energy vampire who
Yeah. Oh God, he's
finds
so
love.
good.
Yes,
He's-
with another energy
The guy from
vampire.
Saul?
huh?
The guy from Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also from Nate from The
He's
Office.
from The Office. Gum's gotten mintier.
Sometimes it's not that I have a hearing problem; I just can't listen. There's a doc at one of the hospitals I work at that looks just like him, and I keep wanting to ask him, "Has gum gotten mintier?"
we
He probably would like ask you what was wrong with you.
we had a lifting seminar on Tuesday, so nobody hurts their back at work.
Okay.
With
And
the
our director, who is very straight laced, made a reference to Steve Carell in The Office, like when he's driving the forklift and knocks everything over.
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God.
excellent.
Do you have a baler at work?
We do.
Oh my god!
We do.
Do you ever put anything fun in it?
No,
It's not safe.
I hate to say this.
You
and I don't.
jerk.
I'm extremely professional at work.
No,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
no.
Very
it used to
straight
be like
laced.
that.
Yeah, I've changed. Very, very by the book. Like I'm very.
So you don't put bubble wrap in the.
No.
Yeah, he'll kick anybody in the face.
Hey, what
with
happened?
shrink
No,
wrap.
no, what happened, guys?
I don't know. Hey, what
Sorry.
happened, guys? What are we
Yeah.
all looking at?
No. Nobody remembers that shit.
No,
People don't forget.
never documented.
No, people do not forget.
Yeah.
So Mando.
Mando was good.
Mando is the Star Wars that I liked a lot.
I enjoyed it. I mean, Skywalker was better, but
Really?
no. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I did
Tough
enjoy.
call. I like. It was just so small.
I like the style of it better.
It didn't have to be like
You
a
didn't
whole
see it.
like the planet's going to be destroyed. It's just a bounty hunter going.
Bounty hunter babysitting.
Yeah, and a lot of the episodes were interchangeable.
I feel like the entire season was one big pilot, though.
Maybe.
With
Collectively, we understand that that's... I mean,
Yeah.
we're just saying Baby Yoda, but it's not Yoda.
No,
Yeah, he's going to have a name.
Well, it's Yoda's species. It
Yeah.
technically doesn't.
Yeah.
The species doesn't even have a name. They're just called Yoda
They just call
species.
him the child.
Oh, God. Did you see the picture going around with the Yoda with human skin?
You mean the
No.
Danny DeVito Yoda mashup?
No.
No.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's great.
I almost showed
I
you
think I
today,
have it
Katrina.
saved.
Well, apparently John Favreau and Taika know what the name is.
Apparently, John Favreau just basically prints money for Disney.
Yeah,
now.
he does.
Well,
Yeah.
the first movie was, or the first episode. I mean, they make reference to the holiday special, so that's canon.
It was before, right?
Now it's officially canon. Yes. Yeah, that's the picture I have.
That's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
that's how it came. That's what it spawned from.
Okay.
This is the same picture I just showed you?
Yeah,
But it
hasn't
has...
faced side by side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You think they started this pilot thinking we're just gonna make a Boba Fett show, and then someone along the lines like, well,
Well, originally they were going to make a Boba Fett movie, and then
they're like, let's just
Solo bombed, and then
make a character that's like identical. Like,
Solo's underrated.
I agree.
Solo's fine. There were parts of it that could have been fleshed out a little bit better. I think it was slow in certain parts where it didn't need to be, but it was a typical heist movie. You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Such a good fucking... And
That was a funny episode.
You know, it's like this season, the second part of season 4 is going to come out sometime this year.
Yeah,
Sometime. You saw the Rattlestar?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was basically like Terminator, but rattlesnakes were coming back in time, and it was so good. Yeah. That was a great episode.
fucking snake chest.
There's a fucking pop of Rick on his toilet too.
Is there?
God, like
There's
I'm like,
Wasp Rick pop. I've seen too. Yeah.
that show is so fun. It's just so
Anyway,
fun.
really good.
back to the Mando.
Yeah, I enjoyed Mandalorian. I did.
I like when he's like disintegrating like Jawas. He's just killing Jawas, and it's like
He still gets his ass kicked.
I like Billy. I like Billy D. Williams.
He always got his ass kicked.
You're not gonna correct me, Corey.
no, because
Carl
they're the
Weathers.
same character.
When I was a kid, I thought Carl Weathers and Billy D. Williams were the same person.
You never saw Predator then?
I was a
did you?
kid. I did, and I saw Rocky.
Okay.
I was
don't
a
know
kid.
if I've ever seen Billy D. Williams in anything.
He was in the,
He's in Scrubs.
he was in Batman.
Yes, he was.
He was.
He was
Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
Did you trust him?
Not then.
I think they officially cast Colin Farrell as Penguin.
Did they really?
Yeah. I don't have a problem with Robert Pattinson. I'm waiting to judge until it comes out.
I want to watch The King.
I want to watch The King. What's
was
The
the
King?
Lighthouse?
I was going to say The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson is supposed to be really good.
Yeah. Wasn't Adam Driver also in that too?
I like Adam Driver, so I mean,
He's all right.
he's from San
It's
Diego.
about King Henry.
He's a Marine. Yeah.
Yeah. Mando.
I liked the first episode mostly because it had very little dialogue.
He doesn't talk very much.
No, and that's what I liked about it. There was
You don't see his facial reaction.
everybody else does the talking. It's
It's him reacting.
yeah. I mean, it really is like an old samurai, like an old Kurosawa. Or
I'm trying to think of another movie where it's like somebody's supposed to be like a complete badass, and you see them getting their ass kicked the entire time. Because that's what half the time he's getting his ass handed
Boba
to him.
Fett.
Yeah.
He gets. He
Boba
does
Fett was
good-
not a true Mandalorian, though.
No, we find that out. So
Well, neither is this guy, isn't he?
No, well,
No, Mando-
Mandalorian
It's
is
not
a
a
culture,
race,
not
it's
a
a
race.
creed.
Yeah.
So now that's canon. So I wonder if that fucks over some people like who wrote Mandalorian books. Like,
No, not necessarily. I mean, everything that kind of went on was already made not canon anyway. So
That's
This is
true.
the way.
the clones being adapted into Mandalorian society after the Clone Wars, that was thrown out right after the Disney buyout.
Might have to turn this into a 2-part episode.
Uh-oh. Should we stop?
No.
Okay.
what do you think about carbon freezing prisoners in
Oh,
episode 1?
so, yeah, they must have really perfected the carbonite
I like it.
process. Yeah.
In like 4 years, because they make it seem like
No. It's not 4 years.
It's 9 years.
Well, they said that there was, what 25 years in between Return of the Jedi and... It's 20-something years. Well, they said it was closer to...
Episode 7 starts at 35 BBY. Or ABY.
What?
So,
What?
35 years after the Battle of Yavin, which is A
know.
New Hope.
anyways, they said it takes place closer to Force Awakens than it does Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay. I got the.
It's 9 years after the Battle of Endor.
Okay.
So how many years until Force
About
Awakens?
15.
Oh, well, that's
But
not
that's not what Favreau said then.
I thought
I
something.
thought I thought the official timeline it was like 9 years after the Battle of Endor.
I thought it was like 4 or something, just from one of the early episodes with Stormtroopers, but I could be wrong. Whatever.
I
No,
don't
they're
really
just
care.
a
I like the
Imperial
show.
remnant.
I was wondering, it's like Pablo Pascal is a fairly well-known actor,
And they didn't show him till the end.
and they didn't show him till the end. He must have just wanted to do it because you could have got a less-known actor to do it.
I was watching some unrelated thing. I guess him and Oscar Isaacs were in something together recently, and they were just like, they have this chemistry, like they're total bros, but they were like on one of those GQ, like Google, most Googled questions about themselves. They both seem like very interesting people outside of work. They're
Pablo Pascal is one of the bad guys in the new Wonder Woman movie as well,
Are they?
Oh, yeah?
and Kristen Wiig is what? Tiger? I don't follow.
I don't know.
I don't follow.
I don't either.
Uh,
I haven't seen a DC movie in
You saw Joker?
a while. Yeah, I did see Joker. I did
Oh, that could be up there for a movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a good movie,
like
too.
I did like that movie.
That
Yeah,
came
I was-
out this week.
I was very surprised about it.
Yeah.
He did a good job. I got into this argument with Brian on here. He's got his head so far up his ass when it comes to Heath Ledger as the Joker that he can't see the fucking light of day. And
It's because he's dead.
Well, I like Heath Ledger, and that's
Well,
true.
I mean, yeah, we've
I
gone
think
over that
it's
ad nauseum.
hero
I think.
worship with
Yeah, the
dead
dick
What were we
riding when they
ranking
die.
Jokers or something?
Well, he said you weren't here for that.
I mean, might have been. I would. Still
Well, he
say
said
Heath
that
He was
said
here.
when you see Heath Ledger, he's just lost. I don't even see Heath Ledger, and I'm like,
It's because he's not alive anymore,
I feel the
and
same
he hasn't
way
done any
with-
other roles.
With Joaquin Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix lost 52 pounds.
Yeah, compared to a normal human. Like,
Well, I will say though that when I heard that Heath Ledger was being cast as the Joker, I viciously fucking mocked that. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Everybody did.
He was like the
I
pretty
stopped.
boy,
once,
right?
Well, do you remember the marketing campaign while that movie was still in pre-production?
him
you know-
like behind the glass, like with lipstick.
No, not
drawing
even
on-
that. With just a weird random like buttons, like I believe in Harvey Dent. And then they had a QR code that would like lead to a website, and then as more and more people went to it, it kind of uncovered that first like blown up picture of his
with
face.
his scars.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, okay, I can see now. That's what convinced me.
I'm not the one that's like, I said Heath Ledger would be. Only didn't talk shit about him because I actually liked Heath Ledger. I liked The Patriot. I liked 10 Things I Hate About You. I liked the stuff that I had seen him in. So I wasn't like, oh, Heath Ledger.
I didn't expect them to go the direction they were going with him, and I thought it
was great.
It was going to be
It wouldn't
similar
land.
to other roles that he was going to do, and I was like, that's just kind of an odd pick. I didn't
But
expect him
Brian-
to have the range to do that.
Brian would not give on the, oh no, that's Joaquin Phoenix. And I was like, it doesn't even look like him. Like he lost so much weight and he looks gaunt. And like when he's stretching and doing those.
That's because dude, like
He's a method actor.
Yeah.
He embodies what he's doing.
But the fact is, when it came down to it, I finally think I got Brian to admit that the reason is you see Heath Ledger behind the makeup instantly, where this is you see Joaquin Phoenix and you see Arthur Fleck slowly become, this character.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's
Well, Heath Ledger is also immortalized in that role now.
yeah. Well, I mean,
well, I don't agree with him winning an Oscar posthumously though,
no, probably
and
not.
I think it was only given because he died. And I mean, let's be honest, I think he
I don't know.
kind of did it to himself.
Is
There's not
Nicholson
really-
your first Joker?
Sometimes Oscars go up to weird people though too.
I don't know. There are really Hamill's probably my favorite Joker.
We don't count Hamill.
You know,
I'm talking that you see on screen. Although Kevin Conroy finally got to play Batman in Infinite Crisis on the CW.
I heard that was really bad.
It doesn't matter. He finally got to be Batman.
In person.
Yeah. Which I always thought he would, in his younger days, I thought he would be a good Batman
to me,
in live action as well.
Mark
'cause
Hamill's. I not only do I feel like Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker, but he's our guy. He's a comic book guy. He's a nerd. He's one of us.
when I still read comics to this day, it's Mark Hamill's voice I hear when I read the Joker.
Yeah, it's him. And if we were counting all Jokers, I'd say yes, Mark Hamill. But I'm saying the ones that you've seen on screen.
don't know.
Nobody's going to
Transform.
pick Cesar Romero.
No, but you know what though, Cesar Romero, like there are aspects of Cesar Romero's Joker that are really good. He had a really good laugh.
When
The
they all do-
mustache.
Well, that's because he refused to shave.
I know. That's funny. This is the second time I've made that reference today, which is a weird thing.
Well, there you go.
Because Burt Ward got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today, next to Adam West's, which is cool.
Yeah.
You pay for that thing. I mean, it's not like you just get one.
Is he long dead or is he still?
No, Burt
Adam
Ward
West
was
is-
there.
Adam West died a couple years ago.
I thought
They
he
put the
was dead.
Batmobile up, or the Bat Signal up over LA City Hall when he died.
That's cool.
Burt Ward looks like he's probably in his, I don't know, late 60s.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't look that old.
But he is that old.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Didn't they also basically, who's the ever since Casey Kasem died, isn't it Matthew Lillard that's been the voice of Shaggy?
Yes.
And he found out
He got replaced or something.
he got replaced like by the trailer coming out. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'd heard
he got
something.
kind of done dirty with that Scooby Doo movie.
I don't think he cares. I know that he got laryngitis multiple times by doing the voice.
Yeah,
He also,
he's also one of our people, man.
I saw a thing on that somebody was giving him shit that like he was at a con and people were waiting in line for him. They were in a long period of time, and he was bringing up disabled kids to talk to them, and people were like getting pissed. And he's like, "Fuck you! I'm always going to try to take care of like like kids with autism can't wait the same amount of time as well, certain kids with depending on where they are and what they can handle." And he's like, "No, I'm going to take care of the people that need." To get in and get out. And I'm like, well, that's respectable. And then why would anybody be like, fuck you? Why are you taking care of the kid with autism over me?
Because people are assholes.
Because their feet hurt? I don't know.
It's just people are dicks.
People are dicks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And they only care about themselves.
There was a rumor of Sam Raimi wanting to make another Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, but he's said that he's retired the character.
Didn't he say that before?
Yeah.
Who did Bruce Campbell say he wanted to be?
Whoever he wants to be, and I'll go watch it.
No, like he
Gina Carano as She-Hulk would be good too.
I think she would be.
He reached out to somebody to be in something.
Well, I know it was one of his dreams to play Reagan, and he was Reagan in a few episodes of Fargo.
No, this was recently.
He was on the screen in one of the 4 rooms
I don't have my phone.
things. He was in the background.
Very briefly, yes.
So was Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
No, he had said something about he was willing to like be the milkman, and I forget who he was talking to. You could probably look it up on Twitter.
Probably. That dude's Twitter is always a hoot to check out.
Scroll through.
Yeah.
But no, he was
Plus his
talking
ridiculous
to somebody.
suits, man.
Ridiculous suits?
Yeah. It's very flashy. It's pretty cool.
You mean it's not like just like shorts and a Hawaiian shirt?
No, man. That was Sam Axe from Burn Notice. He wears like random colored suits all the time.
Bruce Campbell might play himself in Twilight of the Mallrats.
That's what it was. It was Kevin Smith.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Bruce Campbell in anything will be kind of fun.
Actually, I missed that fucking Q&A for the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
I saw it.
Oh,
I didn't buy
Balboa?
tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to something else that day, and I was going to that stupid.
It was
wasn't
expensive.
Stupid. I was going to the King Diamond thing. That's why.
King Diamond.
I
I already spent all my money that day.
I'm more than happy to buy the.
I'll
I've
buy
seen
the
them multiple
DVD.
times, but I'll buy the DVD.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wanted to see that. No, I'll wait for the DVD.
it's not going to be a theatrical release?
The way he
That
does
was the
things.
theatrical release.
Oh.
That must have been a boring thing for them. Like they had to do the same show for like it was like 50 days in a row.
I don't think it's ever the same show.
Well, I mean they probably.
Well, it's going again right now. They took hiatus for the holidays, and they're doing it again.
And then Clerks 3 was greenlit, right?
Yes,
They finally got-
Did you see that Harley Quinn Smith was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, you know that all the Manson family were played by daughters of Hollywood celebrities.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I know I was listening to Kevin Smith on a podcast with Justin Long. Justin Long has his own podcast. Everybody has their own podcast.
Yeah, everybody is.
And they're friends, and he was like, yeah, she went out for it, and, she didn't get in. She was devastated. She got called back later. The best podcast, better than us, better than everybody. Conan O'Brien's podcast is the single best podcast out there. If you like as far as comedy, it's so good.
Well, he is the grandfather of the God, or was it the Godfather of podcasting?
Wait,
Isn't
what?
that what they said?
Yeah, I don't like comedy.
You don't like laughing?
No.
Okay.
He just wants to die inside, Robert. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite Justin Long character?
The guy from Zachary Make a Porno.
Yes.
You know he's playing that same character.
Yes.
Okay,
Right? Yes. They talked about it in that.
That's so good.
that's so funny. But they can't name him.
Shut your mouth, or I want to before I fuck it. What was that? That was it.
Shut your mouth.
Speaking of Justin Long and Sam Raimi, Drag Me to Hell is a really fucking good
I
movie.
have it. I still haven't watched it.
Oh man, watch it.
I'm getting
Sure.
around.
Do
to
yourself a favor. It's fun. You watch
There's
it.
things I want to
wanna
watch
it.
too.
I know. Well, it's my turn.
It is your turn. You get two.
You'll enjoy it too. It's a fun movie.
She picked Booksmart and Marriage Story. So I picked Overlord. We haven't watched it yet.
I hear that's good. I haven't watched it yet.
I want to watch it, and then I haven't figured out a second movie.
I heard it's like dumb good. It's like popcorn.
Those
good.
are fun.
Yeah, I want to see it. It looks silly.
I don't know what the second movie would be. I haven't decided yet. Ugh, I just got the chills.
Someone walked on your grave.
It's gonna be a weird.
He's not gonna have one.
There is a grave that says Robert Swathwood. It's my grandpa.
Well, yeah, aren't you a second or third?
I'm the third. No, I'm interested. There's no Star Wars movie coming out this year. The Marvel movie is Black Widow, and what else? There's
I don't even know what's on.
Inhumans.
Something.
Immortals.
Immortals.
Probably.
No, it.
What are they? God damn it! What are
you
they
see
called?
how ripped what's his name got? Did we talk about that?
Yeah, no, Nanjini, Camille.
The Eternals.
Yeah, he is jacked, dude.
That's so crazy.
He also said there's no way he could do that without.
He said it very nicely.
I didn't realize he was gonna be in the Marvel movie, so it makes sense why he would be.
There's I don't know if he's officially signed on, but they said Christian Bale is going to be in the next Thor movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were in talks.
Well, I think Taika Waititi at this point after Jojo Rabbit. I mean, I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit yet. I really want to. I think is kind of like the next big thing coming out. Like people want to work with him.
Didn't it kind of like not do well?
No, it didn't. But it was. I mean, critically, everybody loves it, and I've heard it's great. But I mean, they didn't do a real wide release for it.
No, they didn't.
No, it was only one of those Fox Searchlight movies.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to advertise a movie about imaginary Hitler.
Yeah. I saw when it was coming out. There was different reviews. Some people actually hated it. Thought it was tone deaf and all that. I don't think we'll be one of them.
No, I think we all love.
We might be putting it on a pedestal. We might not like it as much as.
Well, What We Do in the Shadows is such a good movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what.
Which is funny because I did not like Flight of the Conchords at all.
It took me,
and that's why it took me years to not even. I didn't want to see that movie.
I love Flight of the Conchords.
If you started like on season 2, it's funnier than like season 1 is.
Well, I even watched that.
Dry.
What was that movie they did? Eagle versus Shark.
I haven't seen it.
I couldn't even finish that.
How much of Flight of the Conchords did you watch?
Like half the first season.
Okay, you gave. Well, you're still not going to like it, so never mind.
If you watch
we've had this.
They're fucking man.
I listened to you with Parks and Rec, and I liked the show. The first season is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of it's great. And Katrina,
and you just sit through it.
She said, hey, "Just give it to the second season of Flight of the Conchords to watch." And I did, and I actually really liked it after the first season because I didn't like.
What was the manager's name?
Rise Darby.
Well,
I don't know what his name is, but Rise Darby is excellent.
It's so fucking funny.
He needs to be in more movies.
Yeah, he was for a minute. He's still in like Jumanji, but
yeah,
small part.
He's busy.
Doing what?
I don't know. Stuff.
He has his own show.
What's the other show you give me shit about?
Shipwrecked, right?
Peaky Blinders.
No, I like that show.
It's a good show.
That's a good show.
What other show did I give you shit about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something I wouldn't finish the first season of.
I don't know.
Everything.
Well, then there you go.
It doesn't
I just
matter.
assume that you're not going to like anything.
I like stuff.
But you dislike more than you like, so it's safe to assume that you're not going to like something.
I know what I like and I know what I don't
That's
like.
fine.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
You're you.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you more than you.
Exactly. I know by looking at something, I go, it looks like something I might want to try, or that looks like something I probably
That's not
wouldn't
for
like.
you.
Yeah.
You're not going to go watch Toy Story 4.
Probably not.
I get it. You shouldn't. You're not going to like it.
Midsummer, you should watch.
Midsummer, you should give it a chance.
Yeah, I've been curious about that. I'm going in with neutral expectations.
You should also watch Sorry to Bother You.
I've been hearing mixed things on that. I don't know. I haven't.
It's the strangest
it's the
movie.
biggest left-hand turn I've ever seen in any movie
ever
that I've watched. If you want to see something just go this way and completely turn to a different fucking thing, go watch
and
that
it's
movie.
not subtle at all.
It just fucking
punches you in the face.
It's like if you were watching fucking Dumb and Dumber and all of a sudden Lloyd just shot fucking, I don't even know the other guy's name because I don't like that movie.
Those movies?
You'd be like, what just happened? It's like
one did shoot the other one by the end of it. If I don't remember.
No, that was her fiance that he shoots in the fantasy.
Oh, shoot me. Okay, shoot him. No, at the end, the guy, he's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that movie in 20 years. Is it 20 years old?
Maybe.
It's
It has
older
to be
than that.
now.
It's like
It
26.
was like 96. So.
If I was going to go back and watch a movie from that time, it'd be I don't know, Happy Gilmore.
Kingpin.
I was just talking about that yesterday. That's a fun movie.
I will watch it again. I love it.
It's a good movie.
I like Dumb and Dumber too.
I don't know why, but I always was a fan of Outside Providence.
I've never seen it.
I never
It
saw
was
it.
a Farrelly Brothers movie that wasn't strictly just slapstick comedy.
Ooh.
Is that the same? Who did Something About Mary?
Same.
Farrelly
That
Brothers.
movie's an overrated movie.
It's funny when you say like a Farley Brothers movie. Like sometimes it's like one of them directing. Sometimes one of them.
I can't remember which one it is.
There's a whole list. Like
Yeah.
I know they all mix and match. But
It's got Alec Baldwin as like the working class father of this kid who's forced to go to a prep school, and it's weird coming of age story set in the late 70s.
did he call her a little pig?
No, he called him retard. That's what he was
It
calling
sounds
him.
like
Yeah.
I didn't have to edit anything in this episode.
I was quoting somebody.
yeah.
You still can't quote the N-word. You're not going around saying that.
Well, I'm not reading a passage from Mark Twain.
I'm just saying we can't. I can't have it on here.
Ain't having it.
All
Save
right.
that for the Mark Twain podcast.
When we recite it word for word.
Well, I did teabag a statue over at the IHOP one
Nice.
day.
Over at the IHOP.
Well, there's an IHOP. There's a Mark Twain sitting on a bench, and I teabagged it one morning.
Where is this at?
The IHOP in Mission Valley.
Were you alone or are you doing it for spectacle?
That was a spectacle.
Doing it for
We were
testicle?
hungover.
Okay.
Thank you,
Testicle.
Katrina. We gotta go. We didn't talk about anything. Did we talk about anything for an hour and a half?
No.
Talked about the Mando.
Mando.
Little Skywalker.
Little Skywalker?
Quick, name another member of Yoda species.
Yoda?
Another.
Baby Yoda?
The other one.
What, the other one that was in that one movie?
No, like Yodel.
Master Yaddle.
Yaddle. That's it.
No.
What about the ending
Of what?
Of what?
with Grand Moff Gus Fring
Gus
coming out with a
Fring.
Darksaber?
That was cool.
Yeah.
So what's the Darksaber from?
The Darksaber is the first lightsaber built by the only Mandalorian Jedi, like 1,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. It was passed. There was a bunch of wars. It was in the Jedi Temple for a while. Then a bunch of Mandalorians raided that temple during the Mandalorian Wars, stole it back, and ever since then it was a symbol of leadership. It was seen again in that show, The Clone Wars, which I'm pretty sure you watched with your kids, right?
Just the
We
first season.
started it.
And then, so through there, as the Clone Wars were going on, there was a bunch of politics. Just watch Clone Wars.
Okay.
And then that second series, Rebels, kind of ties it up. And when it was last seen, it was in the hands of Bo-Katan, who is the leader of the Mandalorians. And so, obviously, she must have been killed during the Great Mandalorian Purge.
Yeah.
During the Civil
Why did you
War.
point to Katrina when she said she?
I pointed to the TV.
Oh.
Gus Fring was kind of bad at his job on this one. He didn't actually accomplish anything.
I
Okay,
mean-
is anybody in the Federation good at their job?
They make
It's
fun
Galactic Empire.
that the stormtroopers couldn't shoot worth shit when they're on their speeder bikes, which I found a delightful scene.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yet
it
they
was
were
good.
able to kill Nick Nolte. Like,
Who knows? They could have ran him down with.
That's why I wonder who played, because that was like a James Earl Jones thing. Nick Nolte's not putting that fucking makeup on.
no.
There's a lot of people in that show too.
Yeah.
Like the episode where there's like the four of them in the series of hallways.
What was it? Bill Burr, Clancy Brown,
I didn't really know the other
the chick from Game of Thrones / Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I didn't know the other stormtrooper. I mean, I knew Jason Sudeikis was the one that hit Yoda in the bag, but I didn't know who the other one was.
I don't even know who it is.
You didn't know
It was-
Jason Sudeikis was?
It was someone
I-
famous.
I didn't look it up afterwards.
It was
You could
another
tell from his
comedian. Yeah, you
voice.
could tell.
There's a lot of
Maybe
comedians.
if I
in
hear
it.
it now, I would.
Yeah, it was him hitting Yoda.
Well, there's supposed to be a lot of famous people in the last Star Wars movie too, which I didn't place.
There's
in.
always ones that I was a stormtrooper, or
And then
They don't care. They just want to be in it.
Well, wasn't Justin
Wedge.
Timberlake one of the
Wedge was in it. You remember that?
Jedi's?
Did I?
Did you?
I don't remember.
Wedge Antilles?
Yeah.
Was in part 9?
He gets a 4-second thing. He says, like, "Let's go get him, Lando."
I don't
Good
remember.
for him. I'm glad he survived because
He was.
they turned fucking Admiral Akbar into a joke.
I saw it 3.5 weeks ago.
So he was a gunner of the Millennium Falcon. When they came with, the music shows
Okay.
up, and I recognized, like, that is so freaking cool. Don't fucking kill him, because they killed Admiral Akbar like without name dropping him, and I guess
Well, he's on the bridge.
Yeah, but Admiral Akbar,
Yeah.
man, his contribution to the rebellion, right? Besides the
whole
whole it's a
trap.
trap thing, but he designed the B-wing and the Y-wing bomber.
Cool.
that's not canon anymore.
I think it is still.
I don't know.
Just like I think Vader is responsible for the design of the TIE Interceptor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who Nien Nunb is?
Neb Nub, the Celestrin who used to fly with Lando and
I
Return
think he
of the
got
Jedi.
Akbar this movie.
Did he?
Yeah, that's what I read. Do you know who that? I'm
I
talking
saw
about?
it today. Yeah, the guy with the weird face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it sucks. They just killed him. Oh,
You want to throw some more Star Wars knowledge at me?
Wedge Antilles' nephew?
Is not related to the Captain Antilles of the Carillion cruiser at the beginning of A New Hope. I know that.
No, he's Wexler Antilles. He's the fat guy that is always in what's his name's movies. He's the rebel guy, the only guy wearing like the rebel pilot outfit in this new trilogy.
Oh, J.J. Abrams' friend who's
Yeah.
he's in Poe's Black Squadron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about those slanted toilets?
Oh, the ones that make you get off the pot when you're at work.
Yeah.
As someone who likes to take a dump at work because that's when my bowels
Me
are
too.
going, I don't like that.
No. You saw what I'm talking about?
No.
There's like a 13% decline.
It's also in Britain where they don't like freedom.
It makes it uncomfortable to sit down on the toilet, so you won't spend as much time on the toilet looking at your phone.
What do they install? Public restroom?
At work
restrooms.
locations. So mostly public restrooms.
How do you guys feel about it?
I'm just gonna shit in the sink from now on.
Yeah.
I watched in high school.
Let's be honest.
In high school, I watched the door of my friend shit in the urinal. As an adult, I'm like, somebody had to clean it up. That's not okay.
He's taking a
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I can figure some things out. For
Although I
myself.
think, when did Kingpin come out?
96.
This might have. We were in high school at that time, so yeah. Well, it was a fun. It was a fun talk back. What are we at, Katrina?
125, going on 126.
I might cut it into 2 45-minute episodes.
Nice.
Well, suck on that.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Suck on
splicing
that
up.
dick.
Enjoy editing,
Whoa.
prick.
I only have to edit one thing out. I can say suck a dick.
I could also say
No.
so many
No.
other words.
No.
No.
There's 2 words.
I don't want to have to
Nah,
hear
there's
it.
more than 2 words that I can't.
Bajingo?
Bajingo.
No, you don't. You like the grunt word. You don't like the grunt word.
Huh?
The hard C.
The hard C.
But it can be said on here.
Oh, can't be
But
said.
just not by me.
just
I
in a
won't say
British
it.
accent. It's the only
Yeah.
way it's legal.
Hoy.
I've gotten the boys to both the boys will go Sean.
Oh my God.
I just break
In the
out this thing.
store.
Did you ever watch the
Spaced?
Spaced, yeah.
Yeah.
Turned 21.
Yeah, they did a reunion tonight.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all had good careers. Even Nick Frost has had a good career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was that show on Netflix that he was in that we were supposed to watch
Oh, with the
with
Red-
Rupert
Rupert
Grint.
Grint.
Yeah.
I just saw the guy that played Darth Maul. What's his name?
Peter
Ray
Stefanowitz.
Park?
Yeah, I just saw him in
Oh,
something.
yeah.
He was playing a
The
bad
Boys.
guy in something. Now I gotta look.
Oh, he's a bad guy? What a surprise.
What's his name again?
Ray Parker?
No,
No?
Ray Park.
that's the guy that's the actual Darth Maul. but-
Oh.
The first voice of Darth Maul. The subsequent voices of Darth Maul have been Sam Witwer.
What was his name? Ray what?
So Ray Park, or are you talking about Peter Stefanowitz?
Thank you, Peter.
Who's also the Tick.
Peoples.
He's also in Parks and Rec, and he was really
Yes.
funny.
He was in Parks and Rec.
I don't know how to spell that last name. Okay, there it is. No, he's in something coming up. Then I saw it, and I was like, that looks funny. Have you seen the trailers for that movie with Hugh Dowry, or that show with Hugh Dowry and Josh Gad that's in space?
Oh, that looks good.
I don't know.
It's
looks
on
funny.
HBO.
I guess
It's
I don't
some-
know what it is.
Like cruise liner in space.
Yeah,
Nice.
looks pretty funny.
Guess they're bringing back Saved by the Bell.
Yep.
Yeah,
Zach Morris is back.
you didn't like Saved by the Bell initially, did you?
I mean, I watched it growing up, but I mean,
Is it gonna
I've
be,
since not liked it. I mean, it's something you could chalk up to. Yeah, I was a kid, and
is it gonna
I
be
thought
like,
high school was going to be like that, but it wasn't.
I was terrified of high school because everybody was going to be giant, and I was like this little kid.
yeah,
Wasn't the kid.
And then you realize that they're all adults.
yeah.
is the OG cast gonna be there? Like Boy Meets World?
Some
well,
like
Zach, they
Morris is
just
the
announced
governor.
that Mark Paul Gosselaar's coming back, and
Jesse and AC
Jesse and
Slater.
AC Slater are coming back.
That's cool.
No, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
I don't think she's coming back.
Oh,
from
she's
the-
still hot though. She was in that show
What about,
White Collar.
what's his name? The,
Screech. He's
yeah.
not coming back, and I know the girl that played Lisa looks like some sort of like terrifying mutant at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had a lot of plastic surgery.
Plus, we all got to see Jesse naked.
Showgirls.
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 Thank you.
Striptease, please.
I don't
Please.
care.
You know.
I
Don't even try and pretend like you're too cool.
Was striptease the one with
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I confused striptease.
Come on, I
with
had the scene where
Showgirls.
Burt Reynolds is wearing cowboy boots filled with Vaseline.
Don't remember that.
I never watched
was
it
fun.
either.
Yeah, it was okay. Shut up.
No, have I seen Hustler?
Shut
I
up.
remember Boogie Nights. That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
How about Dirk Diggler's singing career?
Not so good.
It's. I mean, we're at a point where like certain porn actors have tried to make the jump, and some of them have like not to be like mainstream actors and actresses, but I mean some of them have like
Sasha.
Tracy Lords.
yeah.
Well, that was because
Sasha-
Tracy Lords, I think she would have kept going if she was underage when she was doing porn, but
Sasha Grey.
Sasha Grey, I think, well, yeah, she's crossed over. She did a few episodes of Entourage. She did Saints Row 4.
Yeah.
Who else? What's her face?
I don't know who what's her face is.
There's a lot of what's her faces in that industry.
Yeah.
Wasn't Stormy Daniels in 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Was she?
Yeah.
Well, don't do
When he was like gonna jerk off, and then it like started having a man's voice, and
Maybe.
he started fantasizing about the box of porn.
I don't know.
That's a good movie, too. I haven't watched 40-Year-Old Virgin in a long time. That was a funny movie.
That was a funny movie, like Bags of Sand.
Like bags of sand.
Good time.
Dan in Real Life was my favorite of his.
Dan in Real Life was a fun movie. I think that might be the first time I remember seeing Emily Blunt.
Really?
Yeah,
No, she was in Devil Wears Prada before that, wasn't she?
maybe. I don't really remember that movie very well. No, we're going to go.
Yeah.
We're going to leave.
We're going to leave. It's
I'm
nice
going to
being
stay
back.
here and go to sleep.
It's nice being back. We're going to start recording. Anthony wants to be on next week, and he has shit he wants to talk about, so.
He has shit he wants to talk about. Well, tell him he needs to shit before he comes here,
wait,
because I
wait,
don't want to
wait.
deal with that.
Are you actually teasing next week's topic?
Well, he
Well,
said
apparently it's shit. So
well, he has come on here and talk about blowing up toilets and stuff, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
okay, shit next week.
Yeah, shit next week. Next month we're doing Books and Brews, and we got a power brick now that we're going to take out and do some remote episodes. Not Corey.
People
He's
on the
not
streets,
there.
huh?
Yeah, people on the streets.
Billy on the streets?
Hee-ba-dee-da. No.
Yeah, we should probably watch some more movies
People
at
on
some
the streets.
point and talk about them.
Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. No, we're not saying.
Journey.
No,
Oh, it's Queen and Bowie.
it's Queen and Bowie.
Yeah. They're both
He
dead.
doesn't know anything.
No, I got it wrong. I was thinking people, street light.
We're out.
Yeah.